God bless you, sir.
Careful. That's nice. God be with
I'm
you.
sorry.
Keep the peace.
I
and
wasn't
we'll
paying
stay friends.
attention.
God be with you. How's the watch going? Help me get him, the fucker.
God, where's this day gone?
Who just came barging in here? You shouldn't be here.
Careful.
Wine! Try some wine from... God bless you, sir.
What are you doing here, Goodman?
What does it look like? I'm handing out wine from my vineyard.
You're giving it away for free?
My vineyard is new, and the folks in this town are damn stubborn. So I figured I'd pour a cask or two into them, and maybe they'd get a taste for it. What about your good self? Would you like to try it?
Free wine? I'd be a fool to say no to that.
My thoughts exactly, Goodman. Here you are. To your health. I'm curious what you'll think of it.
Well, it's not the best wine I've ever had, but it'd do at a pinch.
Forgive me, Goodman, but say no more. In vino veritas, and the truth in my wine is that I'm a fool, an idiot whose wife is cuckolding him, whose children can't stand him, and even the dog pisses in his boots every morning. And my wine tastes like dog piss as well. I never should have bought that damned vineyard. And if it wasn't for those fucking monks selling their wine everywhere they can, I might have a chance. Not like this.
Is there anything I could do to help you?
With the dog pissing in my boots? Well, I'm not sure. I tried sticking his snout in it, putting pepper in my boots, and nothing worked. Piss in my boots again the next morning.
I meant your business troubles.
Oh, I see. Maybe you could. If you're not from around here, that is.
No, I'm not.
Allow me to introduce myself. Caspar Rudolph, vineyard owner and a not very successful wine seller.
I'm Henry.
Maybe you could help me, Henry. I'm looking for someone who's not well known in Kuttenberg. Someone who can pretend to be someone else, if you know what I mean.
Sure, why not? If all you need is someone folk won't recognize.
The monks in Setlet's monastery make excellent wine. They call it the monastery secret. People can't get enough of it, and I can't figure out what their secret is. But I intend to find out.
A secret? Well, just the job for me. I'm a bit of an expert when it comes to secrets hidden in monasteries.
The custodian of the monastery vineyard has a relative in town, an innkeeper called Havel. And this Havel is a real know-it-all when it comes to wine. He really likes to boast about it. If you were to pose as a sommelier who's just come back from abroad, I'm sure he'd be happy to talk to you, and maybe he'll reveal something.
That won't be a problem. I've drunk so much wine I know all about it.
Excellent. But I also have this clever book all about wine by Buschek of Velhartitze. I'm sure you'll learn a thing or two from it.
The book might come in handy. Can I borrow it?
When I said I have it, that wasn't, entirely accurate.
What's the truth then?
The book belongs to me, but I lent it to someone, and she hasn't given it back yet. Miss Adleta Manliker should have it. I lent it to her during our... let's call it our friendship, which has come to an end.
Didn't you say you're married?
What has that to do with anything?
Oh, I'm sure your wife wouldn't mind if you asked an old girlfriend to return a book you lent her.
Oh dear. Adleta used to have rather more friends than might be expected of a respectable young woman. But her family's patience ran out, so they arranged her marriage and put an end to her dalliances. Since then, Adleta has been confined to her room and guarded like the crown jewels.
And you want me to break in?
Well, yes. Master Swordsmith Mannlicher has a house in Lethlilskar Street. Adleta is either locked in her room or walks in the gardens behind the Italian court, where she is guarded by her brother. The Mannlichers don't want any more problems.
It doesn't matter. I'll find a way to get the book back.
Great! Any more questions?
Do you have any idea what this...
They're monks, so it could be anything.
Do you really think Havel would just tell me the secret? You don't even know if...
Havel really is a bit thick. Either the monks have a secret and Havel will tell you, or there's no secret and Havel will confirm.
I'll get right on it then.
Excellent. And don't forget, making an impression is the... You look like you can handle it. Take care. Wine! Try some wine from the good...
What is happening in our city? Just as
A fountain?
royal brothers are
Where does the
fighting over
water
this
come
kingdom,
from?
so
Here,
two
in
other
the middle of the
brothers
city.
are quarreling in Kudenberg. Brothers in Christ! Ever since the Sedlets monastery was founded, the city has come under the Malin parish. Relations between the parishioners and the monastery has been tense at times, but beneficial for all. Our city's fame has attracted many scholars, with many aspiring to the office of parish priest. But since silver made the city rich, the town...
See you later. Take care.
God be with you.
Excuse me?
The foundations of a new cathedral.
God bless you, sir.
Do your shopping here and you're in the clear.
I'll have a look at the...
Excellent. It was a pleasure doing business with...
Stunning.
Wie schade, mein Herr.
What work do you have? I could use a few
You look like an Haudegen. Tough man. I have worked for such, yes? But what of reading?
What? If I...
Ach. What is written here?
Very well. That German Geldstück pours short beers and then charges for a full tankard. His whole inn smells like puke, like he himself does. And the food...
Was? What are you saying? It says my tavern is the best in Kuttenberg.
Well, that's not what's written there.
Der verdammte Schreiber. That youngster. Janek the scribbler. I wanted to hang that sign on the door. I gave him 5 beers to write that. 5!
So, what about that job?
Donnerwetter! Na gut. So, listen then. We have a problem in Kuttenberg. We merchants. It's crawling with Sigismund's soldiers, who are nothing but trouble. Not long ago, they started blocking the road to Kuttenberg. And every caravan had to pay a toll. And the merchants either had to find a way around or raise the prices of all the... If you are carrying booze, carrying clothes, carrying salt...
You pay, I get it. But what do you want me to do about it?
Well, the other merchants and I got a pile of groschen together for whoever can rid us of these soldiers. Would you dare?
And what about the city council? The soldiers don't bother...
Nein. They just want Sigismund not to notice them, so they can keep stealing everything around. They are like pigs im Speck. So why would they mind such a minor? Everybody is scared shitless these days. You want something done? You must do it yourself.
And how many of those soldiers are there?
I've never been there. But the wagoners said sometimes 1, sometimes 5. That's all I know.
And what am I supposed to do with them? I'm supposed to take care of them?
That probably will not even be necessary. Those soldiers are guarding the road on orders from King Sigismund. They have some Geleitbrief, safe conduct. I need you to go there. Get that safe conduct and then disappear. Keine Befehle, kein Wegzoll. So, how about it? Will you help us?
Yeah, I'll help. Where can I find these soldiers?
Leave Kuttenberg through the north gate. Then take the road nach Grund. In the middle of the road, you will find a camp. You cannot miss it.
Fine. I'll see if I can talk to them.
Bin gleich bei dir.
Come and take your pick.
Yo, what's up, Alex? What's good, man? What's new? What's going on? What's happening?
Good boy.
Oh, Nick. Nick is there too, Alex. Oh. You working late then, Alex? All down till midnight?
Greetings. Good day to you. Pissing down rain again.
Greetings. Greetings to you too.
Same to you.
Had to learn about wine for this quest. Some of it I already knew.
God be with you. Keep the peace.
Excuse me.
Give me some more time. I'll figure it out myself.
Have a ball as well.
What's new in
Nothing much, if you're interested in paid work.
Havel? The owner of the local inn, I assume?
That I am. What do you want from me? If you want a drink, talk to the ale wench.
Goodman Havel? May I?
Do I know you, good man?
No, I don't believe so. But I'd like to speak to you.
Aha! What can I do for you, good man?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
I did a lot of traveling in Italy, from north to south.
Wonderful!
Italy.
It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well-traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Now just this.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
Hints of vanilla. That's uncommon. And I have to say, that greenish spring color is perfect.
You're right. A rare flavor and color tone. It's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve,
And it stinks.
pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
That's very kind of you.
There's nothing but misers in this town. They wouldn't think twice about taking their own mother's last piece of bread. I'm not like that. Do I have money? Of course. But I don't hoard it. I try to make people around me happy.
And you're treating me to this wine. You're a real Samaritan. And like it says in the Bible, you give drink to the thirsty.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
A bit bitter for my tastes. But you said it's a young Blaufränkisch. I'm getting notes of black currant. The colour is dark, almost purple, but as it should be.
Yes, the colour enchants me every time. Almost like drinking from an inkwell.
Oh, I've never drunk ink. Would you recommend it?
My grandfather used to say, you won't know till you've tried it. He lived and died by that saying.
Uh-huh. What happened to him?
Well, the poor fella suffered from ulcers. So one day, true to his favorite saying, he tried drinking spirits to cure himself. Burn the canker, he said. Well, he burnt it so thoroughly, he was dead in a week. God rest his soul.
To your grandfather, and his contribution to advancing the knowledge of medicine.
Tell me, good man, what's regarded in your country as the most prized Italian wine?
Vino Santo.
Definitely Vinsanto. A sacred wine. It's a straw wine from Tuscany. But it's still dry, and they say it works miracles.
Every wine can do that, good man. It loosens men's lips and women's legs. Ha!
Ah, true. Good health.
Well then, let's move on to the next one. After all that quality stuff, let's refresh ourselves with something simpler. Would you like a Hippocras?
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to our heads. And I'll admit, I do like it from time to time.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It's not easy to make a good Hippocras. Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Very nice. I'd say it's mint?
Precisely. It gives a nice freshness, wouldn't you say? And there's a garden full of it right behind the tavern. I don't know where to put it all.
Mint
But it's
on white
missing some
wine?
kick. I reckon your cook forgot to add something.
One beer.
Could it be pepper?
Pepper in a Hippocras? No way. I know. Ginger, of course. She told me there wasn't any at the market. After that Hippocras, we should have something more high class. I've got a rare Hungarian wine from Eger. Very strong and very sweet.
Bring it on. This is no time for weak wine.
My thoughts exactly. So what do you think? Good, isn't it?
Very strong. Matured in an oak barrel, undoubtedly. Colour is excellent as well. A crimson red. The smell is heavy, spicy, almost suffocating. I have to admit, I haven't had much Hungarian wine, but maybe I should change that.
I drank this particular wine from Egger at a banquet held to celebrate the new city council. Hungarian government, Hungarian wine, and Hungarian delicacies. I was so looking forward to enjoying some nice Hungarian sausages or pate. But I ended up leaving disappointed.
How so?
They started bringing out melons, apples, plums, and all sorts of other fruit. And finally, they served fish. I don't eat fish, and fruit makes me burp. So I went hungry at a feast.
Well, that's very unusual. Fruit, fish, and red wine. Maybe it's some sort of
I was so disappointed that I wanted to make myself something at home to get rid of the taste. But I was so drunk that I fell asleep. The housekeeper woke me up, and what can I tell you? The porridge was charcoal. The kitchen was like a smokehouse, and I had egg on my face. Well, that's Hungary checked off the list. What's next?
How about something local? I noticed there were vineyards in Kuttenberg.
But of course, we have vineyards and grapes from Burgundy that Emperor Charles himself had brought in. The local vintners grow some fine grapes, but they're still learning everything that comes after that. The local stuff gets diluted a lot. They flavor it with all sorts of shit, or leave it for vinegar.
Don't tell me you don't have a drop of anything local that would be worth trying.
Well, there's the monastery secret. A wine from the Sedlets monastery. My cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard.
Ah. Why is it called secret?
Taste it, and you'll see.
Interesting. There's no trace of any flavor that shouldn't be there. Neither honey nor spices. Just the pure taste of wine. But there is something to it. Something I don't recognize.
That's it, good man.
Is that the secret?
Exactly. The monks add a secret ingredient to the wine.
A secret ingredient? How do you know that?
Like I said, my cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard, and I handle their supply. Sometimes I bring food for the workers, new barrels, tools and the like. And from time to time, I bring them a sealed crate which smells peculiar. Jerome didn't want to tell me what's in it, but when I insisted, he told me it's some kind of incense they burn in the barrels.
Really? Never heard of such a thing.
Neither have I. But like I said, the chest was sealed and the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy.
A real monastery secret. What should we drink next?
I'm glad you like my wine. But that's enough tasting for today. After all, I've offered you everything worth trying, and now the wine is starting to go to my head. But you're welcome to stay in my tavern as long as you like. I have to say, I really enjoyed our chat. It's rare to meet someone who really understands wine.
I enjoyed your company a lot too. Nevertheless, I won't keep you, Goodman. And I'll bid you farewell.
Farewell. And if you decide to extend your stay in Kuttenberg, stop by for a drink again.
Definitely. God be with you.
Are they out of their bloody minds? They had two collections just like it already. And there are still holes in the walls.
That's true.
What good are fortifications you can't defend?
I'll tell you. No fucking good at all.
Excuse me.
Intoxicating.
The smell of us. Good afternoon, sir.
I spoke to...
And?
Good. I had to drink a bit of wine to get some answers out of him, but I sacrificed myself for the...
And what did he say?
It took a while, but in the end, he told me sometimes crates of a special incense are brought to the vineyard, and they apparently burn it in the barrels.
What? Incense? And he wasn't just yanking your pizzle or too drunk?
He may have been drunk, but he was telling the truth. He doesn't know what incense it is, just that they get it delivered.
Right, and here's a small reward so you don't go around saying old Casper's sangre. But now I need you to look into it further. We need to find out what this special... We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take some of that incense.
We, meaning me, right?
Of course I mean you. See how well we understand each other.
I'll do it, but I want more coin. It's a risky thing to do. What's more, it's the monastery's vineyard, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the church.
All right. I'll give you more, but I want you to know you're bleeding me dry as is.
I'm the one likely to actually bleed. Now tell me where to look. The vineyard is pretty big.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers. And it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
Where exactly is the
A
vineyard?
short way to the north of town. It's pretty...
How do I get in?
The simplest thing would be to get hired as a laborer. There'll be lots of work.
What if they catch me?
You have to be careful. The vineyard is closely guarded, especially at night, and thieves are punished very severely.
I'm on it then.
Good luck, and take... By the way, what about the business with the Manlikas? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchak?
Yes, Miss Adletta is sweet. And she even gave...
Ah, thanks very much. I'll try to sell it and pay off at least some of my debts. Farewell, good sir. An elegant and lean flavor, light aroma of...
I stole that book from her. I pickpocketed it. I guess I could have just talked to her at some point, but it's whatever.
At your service.
I'm here to...
Well, it's about time. Put it somewhere inside.
There must be some mistake. I'm not delivering anything.
What do you want, then?
The innkeeper sent me. He said you're looking to hire someone.
He's not wrong. I was afraid nobody would turn up. Who might you be?
Henry of Scallis.
I'm Betty. I run the place.
What exactly is this place?
Can't you tell? Once I've got the place in good nick and up and running, it'll be the best establishment in the city. I need you to bring some things from Grund. And while you're there, find my wagoner Martzek and bring him back as well. He went there before you and he hasn't come back yet.
What do you want me to bring back?
You know, a bit of this and a bit of that.
You're not telling me much.
Curiosity ki-
And what if I told you to forget it?
You wanted a job, didn't you? I promise, you won't regret it and you'll enjoy the journey.
All right then. Who's Matzek?
The wagoner I hired for the job before you. He still hasn't come back. I reckon he's gone to ground in Grun.
Why do you think he's...
Matzek's a bit odd, superstitious. He once didn't set foot outdoors for 2 days because there was a black cat outside on the porch. When you meet him, you can ask him about it yourself.
Are you sure he'll be in Grund?
He's bound to be sitting in a tavern, boozing and keeping his head down. He used to steal for a living. So now he sees a catchpole round every corner, and he's afraid of his own shadow.
What's in it for me?
A decent bit of coin.
It's a deal. I'll go to Grund for the wagon and its driver.
In the meantime, I'll try and get this place clean.
How come it's so...
It wasn't always. Old Marish used to say, Betty, this place has to shine, and everyone must find what he's looking for here, see? Except, he wasn't good with money. So he ended up broke, and then everything went down. We couldn't even afford herbs for the baths. People stopped coming. The girls left, and the old man fell ill. For a while it was just the two of us, and then he died. So it's up to me to get this place back.
What is this place?
A bathhouse.
Looks more like a half-built goat.
Watch your mouth, lad. It might not smell as sweet as other places, but we've got all the services you could wish for. Baths, laundry, and nice girls for company. What more could you want from a bathhouse?
Well, not to catch lice on the way to the bath, maybe?
Do you often visit bathhouses?
Sometimes. For the girls, mainly.
Then this place will be right up your street. When this place opens, I'll have the prettiest wenches for miles around.
What is this?
A bathhouse.
Looks more like...
Watch your back. What more? Well...
How did you come to have a bathhouse? It can't be that...
I inherited it from Marish, the previous owner. I was his head wench for 7 years. I've lived in this house since I was little, in fact.
You grew up here?
Marish took me in when I was a little orphan of around 10. I washed laundry, carried water, ran errands. It wasn't a bad life at all. Marish was like a father to me.
What does the head wench do?
Just about everything. Takes care of the business. Pays the girls, arranges food, anything that needs doing, basically.
And he left it to you? Just like that?
Aye. Marish didn't have a proper family, and I'd been here since I was a nipper and knew the ropes. I'm the only one who stayed with him. Even when the money ran out, and the bathhouse fell into disrepair. So of course he left it to me. He was a good man. God rest his soul.
What do you plan to do with the bathhouse now?
I'll do the place up and reopen it.
That won't be easy, I reckon. The first part, especially.
I've coped with worse things in life.
Are there any other bathhouses in the city?
Aye, there's one, but I wouldn't set foot in it.
How come?
Because it belongs to Adam, the bathkeeper, who always used to treat us like dirt. Just because his bathhouse is in the center, he thinks he's God's gift. And what's more, it was him who badmouthed us. So people stop coming.
He was just getting rid of the competition, eh?
Yeah, but I'll show him what a proper bathhouse looks like. It was good to see you, my friend.
I can't swim.
Tell me about it. I can barely feed myself with these prices. If you want to complain, go and see the king.
Wenceslas or Sigismund?
Fuck the both of them, I say. They're the cause of the high prices. But I'm the one that gets abused.
That cough of ours gave me this dopey look.
What will it be?
I'll have a look.
Nothing to your liking, sir?
I'll have a look.
I hope you find what you're looking for next time.
What the? Oh, in the wall.
with you. Good day. Good day.
Knuckles.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin.
I won't tell you anything, stranger. If there's something you want to know, Shenyek will tell you. Or not.
Could you tell me more about this Chenyek?
No, I couldn't. We don't talk to strangers here.
You want a piece of me?
Where can I find this Chenyak?
How do I know? He'll be round here somewhere. Or not. See if he's with Hugo.
And who's he?
You'll recognize him.
Right. The service might be a bit slow here.
Much like moving somehow.
It's a good thing Mutt isn't here. I reckon he's been sitting here a while.
A beer and a rag, please.
The service might be a bit slow here. The service might be a bit slow here.
I'll have a bite to eat, thanks. One beer.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you. Although the way you're kitted out, you seem like you might fit in here.
I'll fit right in here. After all, I'm in the trade.
Funny, I ain't seen your mug before, though.
No, I ain't from this neck of the woods. I do business mostly out of Colleen, only the catchpoles there are on my heels. I done in this fucker what owed me a pile of glint, only the bugger turns out to be the son of a councillor, so he needs to lay low for a bit, see? A mate of mine sent me to see Goatskin. Says he owes him from way back and he'd get me fixed up like...
One of ours from Colleen. Well, that's another story. Our doors is always open to you fellas. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here.
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No. But there were some Jews among them, and that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't usually get mixed up in nothing.
Why did they give him such a beating? Did they say anything?
Well, Goatskin is a right knobhead. Always asking for it, he is. But I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying for some lord.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's nest. And he won't be sticking it out again for a while. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks. So I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat as a nipper. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
I'm sure you know the town better than me. What drinking dens are there on Goatskin's Patch?
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the Black Horse, a miner's tavern. Wayman the taverner used to be a miner, and then there's the Big Bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke called Adam. He tarted the place up big.
Any others?
None I know.
Why didn't you defend Goatskin? Isn't he one of you?
He is and he ain't. I'm no saint, but that goatskin stepped in some nasty shit and then walked it in our door and all. I ain't saying we don't look out for each other, but there's limits, innit?
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the brightest, but he's got a real talent for saving his own skin. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
If you've got some job for me, you can tell me straight up. So what kind of work do you have for me?
A job worthy of your skills. But first, just a little test to see that you're not as dim-witted as that arsehole Goatskin. What is Wycliffe's first thesis?
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, said our Lord. Meaning a return to simplicity.
Wrong. Second question. Which estate has the greatest reformatory potential?
The church.
I asked who should start the reform, not who should be reformed. A reformation is the last thing the church would want. The answer is the common people.
After our talk about Goatskin, I didn't think you'd know about these things.
You thought we were just paupers who couldn't count to 5, didn't you? But now let's see who's the pauper. Last question. Who is the rightful king of Bohemia?
Wenceslas. There's no doubt about it.
Indeed. All right. Now let's talk about the job. Maybe this will disappoint you a little, but it concerns Wenceslas's brother. It's he who will secure your place in our humble company.
Innkeeper, you got anything to eat?
From what you said, I gather you're not spying for Sigismund. It's rather the other way around, huh?
We call ourselves the Guild. We profess the ideals of equality and brotherhood. Our only law is the Holy Bible. Worldly justice is as fickle as a common whore, yielding to those who are in power.
Justice for me or the gallows. Aren't you afraid to end up there?
Friend, one must be willing to suffer for the truth. Sigismund is a usurper. And the church and the magistrates are but a lowly whore spreading her legs for Sigismund. As long as we go against Sigismund and honor the scripture, our souls remain pure.
What if I go and tell the bailiff you're calling him a whore? Just out of courtesy, you know?
Go ahead. Perhaps you are one of the lucky ones who are not harmed by Sigismund's presence in Bohemia. Maybe you don't mind selling a piece of your conscience by ratting us out. As for me, I will go to the town hall with my head held high. But you?
Don't worry. I was just teasing you. I think the same of Sigismund. Tell me about your operation here.
We are who we are and we do what we do. Like the early church of Jesus' apostles, in unity and fidelity to his words. I'm in charge. I plan all our missions. Goliath is the muscle. Knuckles, well, he mostly complains. But he also knows his way around locks. But we're all equal. We share the profits equally, but we don't do it for the wealth. We want to drive Sigismund out of this town.
How can I join you?
You want to join us already? I don't have to talk you into it. That's great. We're not particular about formalities. Let's just have a beer, and then you're one of us.
Here's to the Guild.
To the Guild! That reminds me. I'd like to throw a feast for the poor. The bigger the better.
Didn't you say you were just ordinary people with no money?
We are. And this is where Sigismund comes in. Because he's going to pay for the feast out of his own pocket.
That was a good one. How are you going to make that happen?
Me? No. You'll make it all happen. Listen carefully. Sigismund seized land down in the valley near Pach and built his personal warehouse on it, right under our noses as a provocation. There he stores fancy foods and gifts for his commanders. And for that red-bearded gob of his, sausages, smoked meats, foreign spices, and more. Fancy delicacies from Italy, Hungary, Slavonia, and all the other shitholes where he owns land. While we're eating porridge and cabbage all the time. You will steal all the food you can carry from that warehouse. And as a nice token, you will leave there... Let's see... What would you leave there?
Stones?
That's clumsy. Cabbage. Leave cabbage. Get at least one head from the greengrocer and leave it there for Sigismund. Let him eat for once what we have in our bowls almost every day. But I'm warning you right now, no violence. Don't even think about slitting anyone's throat in that warehouse. The job isn't to punish some poor sod on guard duty. Is that clear?
Got it. What should I do with the stolen food?
You'll give it to the beggars. Let them feast like kings for once. It's not hard to find poor people in the town. Just go to the gates or churches, and you'll surely come across some. There are also tents full of them in Minor Street, Church Street or Cobbler Street. When you're done, come and see me, and we'll figure out what to do next.
Sigismund will be fucking livid he can't enjoy his fine sausages. Can I expect any help from you?
If you need some tools, stop by Knuckles. That's all I can help you with.
All right. I'll head out.
Good luck.
Good afternoon.
What do you...
Happy to be of service, sir.
Going to bake bread today?
I don't know yet. I'll have to see. What would you like, sir?
You didn't have much anyway.
What can I do for you?
Where did the skeleton come from?
Ah, another newcomer who hasn't heard of Hugo. I'm happy to tell you because it's a hilarious tale. Have you got the time?
I sure do.
Well, then listen carefully. 10 years ago, back when the tavern belonged to another fella, miners used to gather here and play dice for money. Miners are not very rich and they often lost what little they had to live on. But their wives were understandably pissed off. So they came up with a plan. They clubbed together to buy a skeleton of a hanged man from the executioner, and they hid it in the cupboard where the miners kept their dice, thinking they would take it as a sign from God. But when the drunken men opened the cupboard and saw the skeleton, they were amused. They sat it down next to them, gave her a drink, and even threw the dice when it was the skeleton's turn.
The wives' plan didn't work out so well.
The miners don't come here anymore, but Hugo, as he came to be called, stayed. The miners don't come here anymore, but Hugo, as he came to be called, stayed. I'm telling you, he'll be still sitting here long after our bones are in the ground. Good story.
Great. I'd have a drink with Hugo in a heartbeat. What's new in the city?
Oh, there was this bloke here in fancy clothes. His name was Johann Parler. He said he was looking for a blacksmith who'll take on any job. Why don't you go and see him? I think he said he lived in the inn, in the merchant's quarter. And that's about it.
That doesn't sound bad. Thank you, innkeeper. I'd like something to eat and to spend the night.
It would be an honour, good sir. And for how long?
I need to stay long.
I'll give you my best room, sir.
All right, here's the money.
I knew we'd come to an... Your bed's ready, and there's some food...
Where can I...
The guest rooms are upstairs. You're...
What's...
Nothing much.
I'll have a look at the wares.
What's up, Matt? What do you mean?
Nothing
Playing that fly music.
You're always welcome here, good sir. I apologize. Not a chance. That old coot will outlive us all.
This is B music? The flute that's playing for the game?
Step away from the door.
Damn, I got caught.
God be with. Give up.
All right, all right. You caught me. I surrender.
Ah, here you are. I know. Around.
All right.
Now,
all right.
Well, this is off. All right, but I. We're
Pocket took my armor. That's not good.
Greetings, sir.
Taking their time again.
What are you...
Where did...
have you...
I sure...
Well, 10 mine, but they'll say... But where they...
The what?
The I could...
great.
And
I need...
I'll...
Agree. Here's the...
Any...
What's new?
He's... And...
That doesn't...
Work the...
Greetings, friend.
You're always welcome here, good sir. Oh, you must.
You eating some pancit, Matt? Some seat. Oh, guess it's down there. Protector of Kudenberg. Oh, ube, yeah, it's potato. It's a purple potato, right? Yeah, kind of like a Japanese taro. What kind of ube is there? Because there's that ube drink. There's that ube like a pastry or like a ube
My respects.
jellies.
Excuse me.
Gotta get hired on this vineyard so I can take the monk's secret to making incense wine. This monastery, the
You're
holy.
looking for work? We're hiring labourers for the vineyard. It's for the monastery. They pay well.
The holy wine is made with incense
If you're
barrels.
looking for work,
Are you hiring?
us? Always. But don't be fooled. It's hard work. Days spent bent over in the sun. It's not for everybody. But you'll get a few groschen, something to eat, and a place to lay your head.
That sounds good.
I'll tell you tomorrow. For now, go and speak to the custodian, Jerome. He'll tell you what to do. Any questions?
What's in that building in the middle of the vineyard?
Vineyards aren't just vines. They need a place to sort, press, and wash the grapes. And we also need a place to lay our heads. We spend half a year up on this scorching hill after all.
What's the master custodian like?
Jerome? He's my cousin, and he gave me this job. Can't complain about him.
And the others?
I don't know, but I've never heard any complaints. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
Ube peanut butter. Never heard of that. That's the first time I'm hearing about that. That's cool. Oh, that sounds awesome.
What if I'm not up to it?
I would like to
You
try
have
some
two
ube
arms
peanut
and
butter.
2 legs, and that's all you need. The only thing we won't tolerate is someone slacking off. We have a lot of blow-ins,
so don't expect any breaks. If you laze about for even a day, you'll be out of here. Understand?
I understand. I'll be going then.
All right, run along. Jerome will be waiting near the winery. And remember, wine is liquid gold, so we keep everything well guarded.
Don't worry. I don't steal.
I have to say that because we do get light-fingered individuals here from time to time. And now you know everything, off you go to work.
I'll be going then.
All right, run.
Don't worry.
I have to say that because we... And now you... Farewell, sir.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you. You're not allowed here!
How are you doing here?
The life of a winemaker is similar to the life of the vine itself. It seems showered with sunshine, but it isn't possible without tenacity and resilience. Here in the vineyard, we wake up and go to sleep with a single thought: how to bring to life a divine miracle, the nectar of... For it truly is. A truly fine wine can enchant kings and priests alike. And if we can create such a wine, then our time in this world has not been in vain.
What does your job entail?
The administration of the monastery vineyard consists mainly of thorough organization. I allot the jobs to the workers and make sure nobody neglects anything. But it's not just about people. I have to take care of the vines themselves and oversee their health and quality every day. True, the Sedlets Monastery has many vineyards, but this is one of its crown jewels.
I'm supposed to report to you. I'm new here.
Excellent. Another young shoot ready to sprout and produce the delicious fruits of labor.
Right. The shoot.
Forgive me, young man. I'm always pleased by the presence of someone who enjoys working.
That's great. In any case, I was sent to ask what you want me to do.
Oh, it's too late today. The velvet blanket of night is not favorable for our work. Let's leave it for tomorrow. But I suggest you don't dawdle, for at noon the vineyard is battered by the hot rays of our heavenly protector.
All right. I'll try to get up early. And what is it I'm supposed to do?
Ah, but of course, I nearly forgot to tell you what your God-fearing work will entail. As our youngest laborer, you will be in charge of the eternal battle against the weeds that choke our beautiful plants. As soon as you spot one, imagine you're King David and uproot that evil from our land forever, just as he uprooted the Philistines from Israel.
If you hand me a slingshot, I can take on Goliath.
We hand out slingshots in autumn when we have trouble with starlings. Apart from that, you'll sometimes see a sack at the end of a row. In it are clippings and bad plants which you will take to the dung heap behind the winery here, where their earthly existence ends in the process known as decay.
All right. That doesn't sound too complicated. Weeding and organizing a funeral for some plants.
To tell the truth, lad, work in the vineyard isn't complicated, but it is hard. I therefore suggest you don the vintner's crown, a straw hat. Do you have any other questions?
What's in this building here?
This is the winery, lad. It's the heart of the vineyard. Of course, the grapes must ripen in the vineyard and are harvested there. But here in the winery they are sorted, pressed, and poured into barrels. As soon as we put the wine in barrels, it travels to the cool and dark monastery cellars, where it ages.
Where can I lay my head?
I shall take you there right away. I have to show you where to take the sacks in any case.
Forgive me, but why do you talk so strangely?
Truth be told, you're not the first to ask such a question. But the answer is simple. Our time on this earth is too short and precious to leave behind something ordinary. And I'm quite adept at speaking, unlike other human activities. So why not at least leave behind a pleasing impression?
I wonder what I'll leave behind.
I don't know, lad, and neither do you. But eventually the loom will run out of thread, and it's up to us what we leave behind. Whether it's a plain cloth or an ornate tapestry.
Thank you. I think I'll hit the hay so I can get a head start tomorrow.
That you should. Rest is the wealth of the prudent.
Doesn't it bother you walking around here like some animal?
Aye, it does. I didn't have a choice in the matter. Sorry.
So it's you. Aha.
Oh, so they gotta work in the hot sun. I don't miss that. Oh, there's too much daytime left. Too much daytime left. Man, it's gotta be hard to steal from here.
This must have been something last night.
What the hell? Someone had a fat ass party. Got workers maybe?
The chicken has had enough.
The chicken has had enough. Just take it. I like how they kept the graphics of the chicken very accurate to the time, whereas chickens were much skinnier looking than our plumpy chickens in the modern day. They were much more scrawny. Oh, enemy camp. Actually, I'm not trying to raid that. Maybe I'll get some good pants. I need some pants from my thievery clothes. I'm at the second map of the game now, too. So I'm gonna explore much around the neighborhoods here. Camp by the road. Let's get this ready.
I'm gonna teach you a lesson, asshole. Show me what you're Take that! What do you want? We're gonna gut you, you whore son! You can't stand up to this! Fuck you!
I'm all yours!
Okay, they don't have much life to them.
Victory or death!
Attack power increase.
What do you want? You won't get me.
Let's see what you guys got. Gloves. Oh, what is this? Private area? What are you talking about? What is that noise? Bats? Strange. Maybe we'll come back here for another mission. There doesn't seem to be anything interesting in here. Alright, hold on. Tailor's kits. So I need some clothing. It's 7, but then it brings it back. Okay, 16 and 24 we'll have to do. My thievery. Catwoman, what? Bunch of kikis. Catwoman.
Where did you come from? What are you doing here?
Are they hiding something?
It depends. I think you're hiding something. Or am I wrong?
I live here alone. I don't have anyone, except for my cats.
You have cats here?
I do. I take care of them because no one else will. One came in lame, another hungry, a third without a tail, others without an eye, or only on 3 legs. But I'll take them all.
Calm down. I was just passing by.
Then don't stop and keep going. You won't be seeing anything interesting here.
All right. I better go.
Go! And keep an eye on that beast. I'll be with you.
On that beast?
All right.
Oh, the dog.
Go! God be with you, and have
She
a
doesn't
pleasant
like my
evening.
dog. Kitties! Hey, running. Oh, gross. Is that where they take a shit or she takes a shit? Right here. The soldiers' camp. Okay.
Ka! Ka!
Burnt down forest.
Quick!
Whoa! Whoa!
What a night.
Cool. That was smooth and easy. Exactly what I needed to get.
Show me.
Found something, Doug? Oh shit, burnt down trap, okay. Oh, cool. More horse speed. Great find. Speaking of which, I better go right over back to the vineyard. I can go to sleep and begin my work tomorrow. Alright, calm down.
Quick!
God! God! Come on.
Barely made that jump right there. Okay. I don't know where to get the ceilings. Maybe I have to, maybe I can put everybody to sleep if I put a sleeping stuff on the food. But, I have to get really close to where the guard is if I really want to get a ceiling. Strong lullaby potion. Okay. So when they eat tomorrow, maybe the guards will be knocked out. Alright.
Sure, I tell you, and you dob me in.
You crazy?
Blessings.
I have more.
Ask away.
No, I just want to be sure nobody finds out. You never know.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Get out of here, mutt! Call off that dog!
Do I want to send Mutt home?
Leave it! Shoot! That's what I thought.
Search.
What is it you need? What is it you need?
How are you?
What can we have to this if we don't?
What kind of
I meant you don't. There are many here on the but the person. See you soon, my friend.
See you soon, my friend.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. This crate smells like sulfur. This could be it.
God grant you health.
Sulfur wicks? That's what they... Oh. So now I need the seedlings. Cool. Pretty much finished the damn quest. That was pretty quick. I went into the cellar, got the first what is it? Phosphor? No, sulfur wicks. Sulfur wicks for the incense secret. I don't know what to put this.
Go away.
Greetings. Careful. Hail.
Alright, I think I'm gonna start playing here though. It's pretty late. Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream, boys.